Logo. Lantern Laboratory. Text. Advancing precision brain monitoring for patient-specific anesthesia care. Meera Garcia MD, co-founder, CEO, Paul Garcia MD PhD, co-founder. At the top right, Dr. Meera Garcia and Dr. Paul Garcia smile in a video feed. At the lower left, devices display EEG waveforms. In the background of the presentation slide, a surgical team performs an operation.
Hi, I'm Dr. Meera Garcia. I'm a surgeon and the CEO and co-founder of Lantern Laboratory. Lantern is a medtech startup developing a cutting-edge EEG brain monitor that analyzes the brain's electrical signals to assess baseline brain health and identify when a patient is feeling pain or waking up while under anesthesia. Knowing this information will help doctors make objective, patient-specific clinical decisions about drugs and dosing while a patient is unconscious.
I am Dr. Paul Garcia, co-founder of Lantern and the chief of neuroanesthesiology at Columbia University. My clinical expertise is in precision titration of anesthesia medications for patients with vulnerable brains. We believe that there is no health without brain health.
Text. Problematic outcome, delirium. Post-anesthesia confusion, agitation, disorientation, and impaired cognition leads to escalations of care, readmissions to the hospital, long-term cognitive decline, increased risk of ADRD, upticks in 5-year mortality. 7.6 million patients, approximately 40% of surgical patients over age 65 experience delirium yearly. $250+ billion, annual healthcare cost of delirium after surgery and ICU care. 40% preventable. Delirium is preventable with patient-specific anesthesia care.
At 71 years old, my father had a knee replacement surgery, and 6 months later, had the other knee replaced. One surgery was easy on my family. He started rehabilitating at home in less than 24 hours. But after the other surgery, he spent several painful days in the hospital, confused with hallucinations. Although the same surgeon performed both operations, his delirium was caused by the failure to properly dose anesthesia and pain medications. Each year, almost 20 million older Americans undergo surgery, and of those, 7.6 million will experience delirium. Delirium is characterized by confusion, agitation, disorientation, and impaired cognition. It can lead to escalations of care, readmissions, long-term cognitive decline, increased risk of Alzheimer's disease and related dementia, and higher mortality. Financially, delirium costs the American healthcare system more than $250 billion annually. Research has shown that we can reduce the incidence of delirium significantly if anesthesia medicines are titrated in a patient-specific manner.
Current practice. Subjective drug and dosing decisions, older adults, women, and minority patients disproportionately affected due to inherent biases, results in overdosing sedatives and underdosing pain medicines, leading to delirium and other complications. Unmet need. Objective information to help guide patient-specific clinical decisions. In photos on the right, an elderly patient touches her head with one hand, and a doctor stands near a monitor.
Currently, the majority of doctors make anesthesia drug and dosing decisions subjectively, mainly based on their experience. This often results in older patients receiving too much sedation and inadequate pain relief during the anesthesia care. Older patients, especially women and underrepresented minorities, face additional barriers to receiving individualized anesthesia care due to this subjectivity and other inherent biases. Unrelieved pain or receiving too much sedative creates inflammation in the brain, resulting in delirium. What we need is an objective way to track sedation and pain so that we give each patient the right dose of the right medicine at the right time.
Text. Novel innovation. Precision medicine EEG brain monitoring device. Clinical decision support software, real-time patient-specific analytics, brain health assessment, assess pain separate from sedation, patient-specific anesthesia care. On the right, a device displays EEG brainwaves. Text. For visual presentation purposes only. Real prototype not yet finalized.
By researching the brain's electrical signals, we have identified EEG biomarkers for brain health and for the perception of pain independent of sedation level. This is the scientific premise of Lantern Laboratory's novel innovation, a real-time point-of-care brain monitor that can analyze EEG signals to assess baseline brain health and distinguish pain separately from sedation in an anesthetized patient. This will guide objective clinical decision-making and remove subjective biases that disproportionately affect older patients, women, and minorities.
Market opportunity. The intraoperative EEG brain monitoring market is growing, driven by the increasing use of neurodiagnostic and monitoring devices due to the high prevalence of neurological conditions. A chart titled Global Opportunity features 3 nested circles. From inner to outer, the circles labels read SOM 300 million, SAM 500 million, and TAM 1.06 billion. On the right, a bar chart titled US Opportunity increases from 2024 through 2029. Text reads, 10.2% CAGR, 37% of growth will come from EEG devices. IP registered in US, EU, and Asia.
The American Society of Anesthesiologists and its European counterpart have embraced the need for brain monitoring as a standard of care. A significant untapped market exists at present. The global total attainable market opportunity for brain monitoring devices is currently estimated at $1.06 billion, with a compound annual growth rate of 10.2%. Additionally, 37% of the growth is expected in EEG-based monitors, where there are only a few players at present. Lantern is poised to fulfill a significant unmet need in a rapidly growing market.
Competitive landscape and advantages: real-time, point-of-care, patient-specific, actionable data. On a table under the heading, Existing Competitors, BIS, said line, a green circle with the letter Y appears beside the feature, Access to raw EEG waveforms for expert analysis, and the word, No, appears beside the features, Portability, Wireless capability, Assess baseline brain health, separately identify pain perception and sedation level, and compensate for anatomic changes in older adults' brains. Under the heading, Products in Development, a green circle with the letter Y appears beside the features, Access to raw EEG waveforms for expert analysis, and Portability, Wireless capability. The word, No, appears beside the remaining three features. Under the heading, Lantern Laboratory, a green circle with the letter Y appears beside all features. Text above the Products in Development, heading reads, Current competitors are interested in our IP and potentially licensing.
The competitive landscape is ripe for Lantern's entry. Newer EEG-based brain monitor startups are improving upon older technology and trying to tease out the various clinical biomarkers of anesthetics. However, Lantern Laboratory's intellectual property allows us to build a real-time point-of-care monitor that can assess baseline brain health, separately identify a patient's pain versus their level of sedation, and compensate for anatomic changes that can lead to lower signal strength from older brains.
Intellectual property. Exclusive license from Columbia University, 4 patent families. Dr. Paul Garcia is a named inventor. Software as a medical device. Assesses baseline brain health, identifies perception of pain independent of level of sedation, compensates for anatomic differences in older brains and signal acquisition, supports variable placement of EEG electrodes to allow for monitoring during face and head surgeries. IP registered in US, EU, and Asia. On the right, devices display EEG waveforms.
Lantern has an exclusive licensing option from Columbia University on 4 patent families, of which Dr. Paul Garcia is a named inventor. And this allows us to build this transformative brain monitor that can provide vital information to clinicians.
Text. Go-to-market strategy. Multiple value propositions. Lantern Laboratories' innovation will provide better patient care, deliver cost savings to all interests, and generate revenue for institutions. Clinical trials with leading global institutions. Establish reimbursement fee schedules. Provide technology updates via software as a service. License Lantern software as a medical device and user interface.
Lantern Laboratories' innovation will help provide better patient care, deliver cost savings to all interests, and generate revenue for institutions. Our commercial potential is manifest in the 4 key components of our go-to-market strategy. We have established relationships with multiple top institutions to use our device clinically and for research studies. We are working with consultants and physician groups to outline and establish a reimbursement fee schedule. We will offer software as a service updates, and we will license our technology to currently available brain monitor manufacturers and startups as part of an OEM to distributor model.
Business. Milestones and development plan. Our fundraising will serve a 3-year timeline for product development, clinical trials, and FDA approval. A timeline appears. Text. Prototype build, Q4 2023 through Q2 2024. Figma UI design, software development, FDA pre-sub, study insurance needs. Feasibility studies, Q2 2024 through Q2 2025. IRB approval, execution of feasibility trials, publish study results, reimbursement strategy. Operations, legal, finance, IP, Q4 2024 through Q2 2025. Patent UI display, FTO documentation, CTV IP option, advisor agreements. FDA clearance, market entry, Q1 2025 through Q4 2026. Quality management systems, validation and verification, 510K submission, market entry. Below the timeline, an arrow labeled cost displays $150K during the prototype build phase, $500K during the feasibility studies phase, a $1 million valuation during the operations, legal, finance, and IP phase, and a $2 million valuation during the FDA and market entry phase.
These are our crucial milestones in our development plan. We just closed on our pre-seed funding round, and we are building the prototype while preparing an FDA pre-submission. In 2024, we'll execute feasibility studies and validate our software algorithms. We will then take our software as a medical device via the 510K pathway to FDA clearance, which will markedly increase Lantern Laboratories' valuation.
Text. Lantern Laboratory leadership combines 60+ years of experience in neuroscience, pharmacology, engineering, anesthesia, surgery, and business from top global institutions. The Lantern Laboratory team poses in photos. Text. Meera Garcia, MD, co-founder and CEO, healthcare executive, surgeon entrepreneur. Paul S. Garcia, MD, PhD, co-founder and scientific lead anesthesiologist, neuroscientist, bioengineer. Yogi Patel, PhD, CTO and technical lead entrepreneur, neuroscientist, bioengineer. Logos: Duke University School of Medicine, Emory University, Columbia University Irving Medical Center, Georgia Tech, Johns Hopkins University, Columbia Technology Ventures, European Society of Anesthesiology, American Society of Anesthesiologists, Society for Neuroscience and Anesthesiology in Critical Care.
Lantern's leadership team has a track record of working well together and embodies a strong commitment to our mission. As full-time CEO, I bring more than 25 years of experience in clinical medicine and medical business management. Dr. Paul Garcia is our scientific lead and a global thought leader in clinical monitoring and patient safety. He has over 100 publications in neuroscience, pharmacology, anesthesiology, and engineering. His research focuses on strategies for neuroprotection. Dr. Yogi Patel is Lantern's CTO and a proven entrepreneur, neuroscientist, and engineer. He has a track record of building companies that develop and commercialize healthcare innovations.
Advisors: Scientific Advisors, Sona Arora, MD, Anesthesiology, Emory University. Matthias Kreutzer, PhD, Engineering, Technische Universität München. Michael Sisti, MD, Neurosurgery, Columbia University. Jamie Slay, MBCHB, Anesthesiology, University of Auckland. Business Advisors: Richard N. Dick Foster, PhD, Emeritus Senior Partner, McKinsey & Company. Scott Moody, MBA, CFO, Atria Institute, Tisch Foundation. Lee Roch, MBA. Board Member ENSYS, Springboard Life Sciences. Logos: McKinsey & Company, ENSYS Biosciences, Atria, Emory University, Technische Universität München, Columbia University Irving Medical Center, the University of Auckland, New Zealand.
Our advisory teams are comprised of world-renowned physicians, prominent neuroscientists, seasoned engineers, and proven entrepreneurs. And we are working to fill gaps in our expertise by consulting with subject matter experts in regulatory pathway, reimbursement strategy, and product commercialization.
Text: Thank you, Meera Garcia, MD, CEO, contact@lanternlaboratory.com. 914-451-8007.
Lantern Laboratory is making great strides towards preserving brain health. The brain is the target organ of our anesthetics, so neuroprotection is of utmost importance, especially in our most vulnerable populations. Thank you for your time today.